pizza wheel. Okay, let's get cutting. So you're gonna cut it into 6 total pieces. I just go across. And then just like this. Just like you're cutting up a pizza. You can obviously use a knife, but it's just so darn easy. And you can see they're kind of falling apart a little bit. You're just gonna patch them back together. Remember, scones are very flaky, so they're not gonna hold up like a ball of a cookie might. Time for our sheet. All right. Now, these will puff up a little bit, but you can get them relatively close to each other. Try to pat that little guy back in. All right. So I don't want them to touch, but I can get them kind of close to each other. Then you see this one's kind of sad looking, so I'm just gonna try to mend it a little bit, make it look a little bit prettier. Same with this guy, he lost a little bit. No one will ever know that you fix these up. Okay. Usually I can get them all on one sheet, but depending on what size your sheet is, you might need 2. All right. Now I'll go ahead and put these on another sheet. I'm gonna stick this in the oven, 365 degrees. I'm gonna check it at 12 minutes, but it probably needs about 15 minutes. You're gonna be able to tell because they'll be all nice and golden brown. There we go. I'll be right back. Welcome back. We're gonna make our glaze now. It's delicious and orange and vanilla, and you're just gonna love it. I put a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar in here, and then I put about 1/4 of my juiced orange and a splash of vanilla extract. And I'm just mixing that up till I get to the desired consistency. Nice and runny, and then you just kind of keep whisking and it'll get all of the lumps out. You can also sift it, but that's just more work. I like to go easy. Little taste test. Oh my, it's like a dreamsicle. It's so good. Now I would like it to be a little bit thicker, so I'm gonna add about another tablespoon or 2 of my sugar. Well, more like 2. There we go. Oop, you hear that? I think that might be our scones ready. And look at that, the glaze is just perfect now. Let's check on these scones. I have a pizza stone in here right now getting all heated up because we're gonna make some pizzas in a minute. These are done. See how they're kind of golden on the edges right here? That's what you want. Because you're gonna leave them on this tray for about another 10 minutes before you move them to a cooling rack. And then when we move them to the cooling rack, it's when we get to start glazing them. So I'm gonna go get myself a nice big glass of water. I hope you do the same, and I'll see you back in just a minute. Welcome back. Our lavender scones have cooled. You can tell they're cool enough when you can use your bare hands to pick them up. We're gonna go ahead and move them to a wire rack to cool a little bit more, and so we can start glazing them. You gotta get a look at this glaze. It is so orange and beautiful. And don't worry if there's a little bit of extra flour on top. Once you start putting that glaze on, it's just all gonna, it'll all be covered up and it'll be just so delicious. These smell like, it smells like the French countryside in here. I love it. Probably doesn't hurt that I've got some beautiful lavender here with me as well, but these smell amazing. Now, just for cleanup purposes, I reuse this sheet. I slide it underneath because the glaze is just like paste. It's so thick, and if you get it on a nice countertop, 1 or 2 drops, no big deal, but man, if you get a lot of it on there, you're gonna be scrubbing away forever. So, we're going to glaze these in 3 different sections, or we're going to essentially do it 3 different times. because it's runny and it will run off, you want to go ahead and do a third of it now, a third of it in about 10 minutes, and then another, you know, the rest of it 10 minutes after that. So you're just going to Jackson Pollock your scones with this lovely glaze, trying to get it on top and not so much on the bottom, but no worries, it'll be easy cleanup. Look how pretty that is. I really wish you could smell it. This lavender is so fragrant and sweet with the smells of the look at that. You can see like little bits of orange in there. It's so good. All right. So now you stop and you come back in 10 minutes and you're going to glaze again. And then another 10 minutes after that, you're going to glaze again. And then you want to let them sit for about 5 minutes if you can before you devour them. It won't hurt you, but it's really, really nice when it sets up. Very, very nice. Thank you so much for enjoying this wonderful recipe with me. Check out my blog at tonetiki.wordpress.com and check out more videos as well. I'm about to make a pizza one for you guys. Happy cooking!